She's been in hibernation for 5 weeks and she's just recently come out and she has a lump. We're just a little concerned. Being a good girl. We love her to death and we just want to make sure she's okay.
Hey, how you going?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm after Harriet. Is that you or is that this little one?
The bearded dragon is Harriet.
Okay.
And I'm Hannah.
So, okay, come on through.
Thank you very much.
Little one, look at you.
She's beautiful.
Yeah. So what's the problem with her?
She's got a lump on her leg, just on her right hind leg.
Just here?
Yep.
Okay. And you can see, she can feel it when I touch it. So has this lump got bigger?
Yeah, it was a lot more soft and mushy. Now it's just hardened up.
I think I'll need to take a sample from it to know for sure what it is. But obviously the biggest worry with any lump is something like a tumour or a cancer.
Cancer would be the absolute worst case scenario for Harriet. She's just too beautiful and precious to us. Hey, sweetie? It's all right, sweetie.
Fingers crossed that this is actually not a tumour and it's something we can actually fix. I want to get a sample from that lump.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to stick a needle in there. It's just important to know what's sitting inside that lump. The two most likely causes of this are either a tumour.
Yep.
If that's the case, we're probably going to get tissue, so pink stuff, maybe in a bit of blood.
Okay, all right. Yep.
If it is an abscess, we should probably get something that looks a bit like cheese.
It's all right, sweetie.
It's not really conclusive. The fluid that's come out is fairly clear.
Yep.
What I might do is actually just put that under the microscope and just see what sort of cells are sitting in there.
It is scary to know that she may have a cancer or tumour. If anything bad happened to her, like that type of news, it would be terrible.
All right, there's a lot of one type of cell here. There's a whole lot of pus cells in there. So what we have is an abscess.
That makes me feel a bit better than it being a cancer.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is a big relief to know it's not cancer and that it's just an abscess, but it's still a little scary.
What's happened here is we've had an initial infection which has caused a sudden massive pus to form there.
Okay.
What happens with reptiles is that they can't break that pus down themselves. They're left with a lump.
Okay.
And it becomes firmer, harder, and it just stays there. The problem with this abscess is that essentially it's a ball of bacteria. If we don't do anything about it, it can very easily spread around the rest of the body, and from there, it could kill her. So she's going to need to stay with us, and we're going to need to actually put her under anaesthetic.
Okay.
And actually cut that lump out.
Do you hear that, Harriet?
The one thing that we just need to be mindful of is that reptile anaesthetics are tricky.
Yep.
They're hard. They don't generally breathe that well for themselves or under anaesthetic.
Oh, okay.
So it becomes quite a big procedure to get her under anaesthetic and keep her there.
Yep.
Even though Harriet's small and we're dealing with something like an abscess, there's still a lot that can go wrong. All right, you need to say goodbye?
I'm just worried that Harriet won't pull through it, but it's always that worry, isn't there? We've just got to deal with it. See you, sweetie.
Go on, Harriet, it's time. You ready, mate?
Too right.
Chris and Andrew are about to start surgery to remove an abscess from Harriet's leg.
Let's get that beautiful beard of yours in here. Come on, it's okay.
But putting the 3-year-old under anaesthetic is incredibly dangerous.
The underlying problem with any reptile is their whole metabolism works incredibly slowly. So they can be holding their breath and be fine, or they can not be breathing and be far from fine. And they both look the same. Okay, the tail's just dropped there. Now we're pretty close there. Have you got the tube there?
Yeah, all ready to go.
Andrew is assisting Chris with the delicate operation, keeping a constant watch on Harriet's vital signs.
They are darn difficult things to monitor the anaesthetic of.
I'm pretty happy how deep she is. We'll just get her back on a 2. Harriet, being a reptile, is living up to the hype. She's breathing incredibly shallow, but her heart rate at the moment is pretty stable, so that's good enough. It's time to get started. just cut over the abscess there. And now we just need to get in and around it and essentially shell it out. So the trick now is going to be getting right around what is going to be a pretty decent sized mass. Beautiful.
Beautiful job.
So I'm just going to flush this hole here and just to remove any bacteria that might still be sitting inside there. It's time to sew it back up. Got 2 stitches to go. Sure good.
I'm not getting a reading on her heart rate.
Suddenly, Andrew notices a change in Harriet.
She's just not breathing well. She's just breath holding. And
Yep.
Any more reflexes?
Not really. Come on, Harriet, come on. We've been through so much, don't give up now. Her tongue just flicked just a little bit.
That's what I like to see.
At last, the 3-year-old gives Chris and Andrew the sign they've been waiting for.
It's hard to believe that something as minor as a tongue flick can mean so much, but with Harriet, it means she's coming back.
Well done, Chris.
I've got to say, it's good to see you. You went quiet on us.
An antibiotic injection completes Harriet's treatment.
You settle down. Hey. Wait, you see all these signs of life now? Would have been quite handy when you're actually under anaesthetic. Yeah? Should we put you away in the cage? You've earned a rest. Another one. Come on. Let's go. It's pretty amazing to think that this clinic sees all the big stuff, but it's been a tiny little bearded dragon today that's caused us to have a wild ride. But she's pulled through. You rest up, okay? And we'll beard talk. You be okay? Yeah, I should know better than to keep a lady waiting, shouldn't I?
Harriet, the bearded dragon, has recovered from surgery to remove an abscess from her leg and is ready to head back to the Kyabram Fauna Park.
Hannah's going to be happy to see you. You go home. Now, mate, me and the bearded lady are heading out, and then I'm going to head home.
Righty, well, it's been darn good to have you. You've done a really good job.
Absolute pleasure.
I'll tell you what, if things don't go so well up at Bondi for him, I reckon we could fit him into the practice stand here all right. He seems to do a pretty good job.
Now, Hannah,
Chris.
someone's been missing you.
Harriet.
A little girl in here.
Yeah? Oh. We're happy to have you back, Harriet. Chris has done a great job. She looks really good and healthy, so everything looks like it's worked out well, and so we're very happy with that.
Is this a good spot here?
Yeah, she'll be fine there. She'll like that. Good
I'm just
girl.
going to pose first. There you go.
You're home.
Neither Hannah nor Harriet will probably ever truly understand just how tense that surgery really was, but I do. That's why I'm very happy to see her home. She's settled back in well. All right, well, I'm done.
Just before you go, Chris, there is another job for you. We have a baby koala and he needs a checkup.
Okay. I can delay my trip just a little bit for a baby
Thank you very much for
koala,
that.
surely.
Thanks, that'd be great.
All right. After all the action, the excitement, and sometimes the stress of this week, finishing with a cute and cuddly koala probably isn't a bad thing.
It's just up here. She'll be up here with Mum. Yep, so little dog's just up there with Mum.
Hello, buddy.
Okay.
Little Kay is just 8 months old and needs to be weighed to make sure he's growing normally.
Just looking for a temporary loan. It's okay, little man. Okay. Here we go. Hey, no, you're all right. It's okay. Come with me. I'm going to give you a perch here. There we go. There we go. Look. Here we go. You happy? That's cheating.
He's weeing.
You're trying to take some weight off there. Well, it's worked.
Cool.
Right, 1.5 kilos.
Thank you very much for that. You're
Okay.
a feisty little boy.
You want to go back to mum, do you? Oh, you're chucking a tantrum, aren't you? You want to go back to mum? When you look at how feisty and full of energy Kay is, and you add that to a healthy weight, you know he's doing well. 1.5 kilos, if you were wondering. Looks like he's happy to be back with mum.
Yeah, he sure is.
Well, I'm done. I'm back to Bondi.
Thank you very much for that. It's
Thank
nice
you.
to meet you.
It was a nice way to finish up. Thank you.
No worries.
It's been a tough week. It's been a great week. They've made me feel so incredibly welcome. But now, I'm heading back to Bondi.